play of that scoring drive. Dion Murphy on the return. Shot through the hole up to the 40-yard line. There's Coburn with his 6th touchdown run of the season. Guy who scored a touchdown in each of the last 2 Grey Cups.
Ball on Stampeder 40-yard line.
Malik Jackson does the right thing to cut Coburn off, but it was just the second effort in this touchdown run that was impressive. There's Jackson. He's got to turn him back inside, and Malik Jackson hoping that his teammates will rally to that, but that second effort from Coburn got him in.
5 plays, 85-yard drive for the Alouettes, and Calgary trying to respond. Nick Lewis bounces off contact, and once again he shows his durability at 235 pounds. This time bouncing off Shea Emery, the middle linebacker.
Yes, Emery steps right into him, and this Nick Lewis does not go down. Shea Emery is just trying to read it. He sees Lewis come inside, and the big hit with the shoulder, but Nick Lewis is a truck. When I asked John Huffnagel, I said, describe Nick Lewis for you. He says, he's a Mack truck going downhill without any brakes.
He has been all season long. Here's Burris on a roll, and he's got Lewis again, and down to the 38-yard line.
Tremendous play fake here. It looked like Nick Lewis might have jammed his thumb there on the tackle, but a good play fake here by Henry Burris. First of all, the John Cornish going this way. He's going to have out of the backfield is Joffrey Reynolds, and he has options when he gets out there. He gets outside, he has one option to run, he has one option to Reynolds, and then the third one for a little more yardage is Nick Lewis.
3 for 42 for Nick Lewis, so he's at 900 yards on the season in pursuit of his 7th straight 1,000. And Burris looking a little deeper here. And off the outstretched hand of Kenyon Rambo.
Burris and Nick Lewis, Chris, hooked up with, or excuse me, and Rambo hooked up for a 100-yarder last week.
Longest play for each in their CFL careers. There is a flag on the play.
Sir. Montreal number 96. 15-yard penalty. Wow. First down.
Second major foul, this one to J.P. Bakasiak.
One sack last week for Bakasiak, but penalties haunting Montreal again.
So it's a low hit on the quarterback that takes the ball down to the Montreal 23.
That's a low hit below the knees.
So first down, first time, looking for Rambo. And great coverage there by Billy Parker, step for step.
Billy Parker had a tough one last week. He was victimized a couple of times by Kenyon Rambo and has been in great position on almost every route that Rambo's tried to run. And this one's no different. He is right in perfect spot, up in the high shoulder, not influenced, doesn't panic, doesn't grab, and doesn't scream Rambo.
That Alouette defense has surrendered 4 touchdowns of over 50 yards in length in the last 2 weeks. Looking tighter today, 2nd and 10. Pressure, Burris stripped to the football. And the Alouettes come up with it. Diamond Ferry comes up with the loose ball. Second Burris fumble of his first half. They are -2 today as for the second time. Henry Burris has fumbled the football and the Alouettes have come up with it. Another catch for Ben Cahoon. It's going to be another first down for Cahoon. That's number 1005. The next will tie Terry Vaughn for the all-time lead.
And what I love about watching Ben Cahoon chase this record down is the fact that he's doing it the way he's played his entire career, and that means to never give an inch. Great hands out of the backfield, but doesn't run out of bounds for the second straight play and the second straight catch for him. He's staying in bounds, getting every inch he can for his football team.
2 catches and 2 first downs provided by number 86. Handoff inside, Coburn, nice shift, and 54.
Montreal Alouettes have the football and are driving it because of the strip from Anwar Stewart coming off the edge. The Calgary Stampeders slide protect away from Anwar Stewart, leave him free. He comes off the edge free, strips the ball from Henry Burris. Diamond Ferry gets the fumble recovery. Two quick first downs for the Alouette offense, and they're rolling.
Big first half for Anwar Stewart, who was outspoken this week about the Alouettes' need to bounce back after being embarrassed last week at McMahon. There's a pass out for Hawkins, and he's into Calgary territory at the 51. Let's check in with Michael Whalen on the sidelines.
Hey, you know, S.J. Green, whose mother calls him Solomon Jr., but no one else, has had a great year so far. And he's known for his circus catches, and those just don't come naturally. He has to work at it. He said that when he first came up to the Alouettes, he noticed that Ben Cahoon would stay after practice and try those one-handed catches, those difficult catches, and that's when he realized what he needed to be a pro. He had to follow what 86 did.
And nobody's made a better catch than the one S.J. Green made in Saskatchewan in week 1. Here's Calvillo looking one way and now pumping downfield just out of the reach of the intended target, Avon Coburn, down the rail.
Well, if you're going to model your career as a receiver after anyone, you do it after Ben Cahoon and his work ethic and his focus. I think that's what's most remarkable about his career. First of all, how long it's been in his 212th start, that he's been able to always be there for his teammates, but the amount of time he practices, the amount of hours he puts in, his dedication, second to none.
Colt David's kick will bounce out just inside the 20-yard line. Stampeders will have the ball when we come back.
Hi, I'm Anwar Stewart from the Montreal Alouettes, and I want to wish all of Canada a happy Thanksgiving.
Hello, I'm Anthony Calvillo. I want to wish everybody across Canada a happy Thanksgiving.
Well, so far it's been a happy one for Anwar Stewart and the Alouettes. They have shut down the Calgary offense so far. 53 yards for Henry Burris, and that pass knocked down, and there's Anwar again. And this is as prominent as he's been in a few weeks for the Alouettes on D.
Oh, he has, and he is having a game. He had one sack taken off the board due to penalty, or that would have been his 58th career. He's got 57, which leads the Montreal Alouettes all time. And he's got that strip on Henry Burris and now a knockdown. Remember, he almost got that, and he's got 4 interceptions for touchdowns in his career, more than a lot of defensive backs.
That revs up this crowd on 2nd and 10. Burris under duress again over the middle and almost intercepted. DeAndre Dix working against Romby Bryant.
And DeAndre Dix wanted to be sure that Romby Bryant didn't sneak away from him, so that's why I think he didn't come up with this interception. It's going to come from the left of your screen. He comes across the middle, and he just does not want to let Romby Bryant go and come back under and get both hands on that football. See, the left hand is just holding him off, and maybe Romby Bryant got involved too with his right arm.
So they force Calgary to kick from their deep in their own zone. Burke Dale's just got it away. And it's made Bray across the 50 and into Calgary territory. Finally brought down at the Stampeder 47-yard line. So great field position for Anthony Calvillo, and is this the drive that will set the record?
The man that Ben Cahoon is chasing is, of course, Terry Vaughn, the only other receiver in the Canadian Football League with 1,000 catches or more. Terry Vaughn was an Edmonton Eskimo. He was also a Montreal Alouette and a Hamilton Tiger Cat.
A guy who needed no introduction in Montreal or in Calgary, Terry Vaughn. Calgary, where he started his CFL career. And here's Hawkins. Will hitch to Andrew Hawkins down to the 44. Gain of 3.
A lot of different quarterbacks throwing the football to Terry Vaughn. The main quarterback for Ben Cahoon, of course, been that guy, Anthony Calvillo. His first catch of his career took him till week 5 of 1998, his first season. And it was Tracy Ham throwing him the football for his very first catch.
Mentioned this in the pregame show. It was his 5th game. So here's a receiver had to wait 5 weeks and was fortunate nobody gave up on him. Flag down. Here's the pass. And they rule incomplete. Wonder if it would have stood anyway. Let's find out what the penalty flag's all about. And Calvillo indicating Murray Clark will too.
Offside. Calgary number 27. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
So Brandon Browner lined up offside, and that gives the Alouettes another second down play.
Take a look at the play again. It almost looked like Ben Cahoon ended up pulling that one off the turf.
That does look like a catch. It would have been short of the first down, and so they take the penalty anyway. But maybe that was a record-tying catch. Calvillo, and that one dropped in. Boy, you won't see that very often. Just made a tremendous grab that was negated by the penalty, and then unable to bring that one in.
You know, and he had one just like this last week, and you just don't see it from Ben Cahoon. And you have to wonder if it's been on his mind to get this record behind him. And the more he thinks about it, the more he starts to press a little bit. You never see it from him, and that's back-to-back games that we've seen him drop one.
So we'll get a gauge of the range of Colt David here as he attempts his 3rd from 47 yards out. This one's coming in and got it. Well, David Duvall's replacement, 3 for 3 on the day, and a 47-yarder to boot. And it's a 16-1 Alouette lead.
The Louisiana State, you mentioned, won the job. He got a good hold from Ben Cahoon and just smooth stroke right through it. An area of concern, obviously, with the starting kicker and Damon Duvall out of the lineup for Montreal, and he pulls that one right in. Nice draw right to the green.
So a 15-point lead for the Alouettes here. And our Thanksgiving Day football action continues later tonight. NFL Monday Night Football as the Vikings take on the New York Jets. Live coverage begins here on TSN, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Well, last week it was all Calgary. And so far today, the Alouettes have dominated. Anthony Calvillo has 170 yards passing. Henry Burris 53 and a pair of fumbles in this first half. As David boots it downfield. This time it'll be John Cornish. Gets a couple of blocks and then dragged down short of the 35-yard line.
Conversation with Mark Trestman yesterday about his defense. He thought that he wasn't concerned with it because he knew that they could play with more aggression, more passion, and more hustle. He said that it came down to really alignment, assignment, and poor tackling, and just making sure that everyone knew their proper assignments, knew where to line up, and then flew to the football. They didn't do it last week, but you could see the difference in the performance from the Montreal defense this week.
There's a fake to Reynolds, and Nick Lewis has another catch, another first down, and he'll be bumped out at the 48-yard line. And Gerald Brown animated on the sidelines.
You get the sense that Nick Lewis doesn't get tackled anymore. He just runs out of room. Because he's going down that sideline. Looked like he was going to step out there. He gets up in the... There's a run into Gerald Brown a little bit, gets pushed out of bounds, just runs out of space.
14 more for Nick Lewis and a first down up at the 48. More pressure on Burris from John Bowman. And Burris throws it away.
This play again did not look like it was coordinated properly. To me, it looked like Joffrey Reynolds possibly went the wrong direction, or maybe Henry Burris did, because John Bowman's going to end up being in pursuit here. But look, watch Joffrey Reynolds. Excuse me, this is Bowman. Watch Joffrey Reynolds. They'll go the wrong direction here. The play action is Henry Burris goes to his right, tries to go play action, but Reynolds not there, and then Bowman chases him down.
Second and 10. Wide side of the field for R.J. Franklin, and there's Chip Cox to make sure he doesn't cross midfield, and Calgary will be short of a first down again.
He leads the team in tackles, Chip Cox, and I mentioned out of the gate that Chip Cox could be a nominee and probably will be for the Montreal Alouettes. He's outstanding defensive player. Pretty good coverage on Nick Lewis. He takes his man, covers him well, and then steps into R.J. Franklin.
So much different defense than a week ago. Again, Calgary with 24 points in their first 4 possessions last week. They have won in the first half, and they fake it here, and this is wide open. John Cornish inside the 20 before he's taken down, and the Stamps needed something, and they get it on a third down gamble.
Well, they get it from John Cornish, the direct snap to him, and they also get some great acting by Bert Dales to sell it. There's Cornish there, and watch Dales sell it after Cornish takes the football to the left side of the formation. Dales jumps up in the air like he's trying to chase a loose ball that went over his head, and Cornish is going the other direction.
Well, perhaps Michael O'Shea has influenced action here today. What a special team performance by the Toronto Argonauts on Saturday at Mosaic. Turns out to be a 38-yard play on that fake punt. Burris trying to cap it, throwing into the corner, incomplete. Looking for Kenyon Rambo. As we hit the 3-minute warning here at Percival Molson.